Poetry, like I call this footballing poetry. So Van Dijk is pretty much like it's like the worst best kept secret. He's pretty much going to sign that contract extension. Arsenal drop points. Liverpool go ahead. They get pegged back. It's 1-1. 89th minute. Who scores the winning goal? The captain, the leader, and the guy who's up, I don't know, commits his future to Liverpool. It's written in the stars. And I think that I am one of those guys that say, like, you judge defenders based on defending, not of scoring goals. Because, see, if you're a football guy, you know that no, defenders defend. Midfielders, depending on the role you have, either you intercept, you create, or you create and score goals, or you maintain possession. And strikers, that you score. But I just think that it was just such a when things rhyme, they rhyme. When the universe of the world speaks to you. Why is it that Salah just signed his contract extension? Van Dijk is about to announce that next week, and he's the guy that scores the winning goal that puts Liverpool close to clinching this Premier League title. It's written in the stats, and it is just so because it's very key having both of these players sign a contract extension is key, but I think just specifically for Van Dijk, because when you just think of the fact of in this world, we always look at the goal scorers, goals, and I'm trying to educate some of my moronic members of this community, some of them who say that no one rates the defenders. Defenders are useless. For me, I think it's a generational thing. I think when you're young and you're living in this post-Messi Ronaldo era, you just think that football is just based off stats and just goals and who has the best GA, which is stupid. I grew up of an era where defenders were championed. Defenders were superstars. I am of the Thuram, Desai, Baresi, Maldini, Costa Curta, Nesta era, where these were superstars. And Van Dijk is one of those, he's a superstar defender of this era where he changed Liverpool. The impact there has never been a defender of this era that has had a bigger impact on a team than Van Dijk. And that just shows you just how trash defenders have been on this era that Van Dijk stands head and shoulders. But his impact on this team has been profound. So, and when you're building a team, all positions matter. Salah can score all the goals he wants. If a guy is not defending, and the key thing is, it's a two flex. Van Dijk is a good defender in and of himself. He's also a leader. You see, there are guys who are just good defenders, but they need to be led. There are guys who are good defenders, but offside trap, marky man, man-to-man, go zone. Everybody push up, marky man. He is the person that is leading the back three or the back four. Like back in the day with Chiellini, Barzagli, and Bonucci. Chiellini was the guy leading that line. When Materazzi came into the fray to replace Nesta, Materazzi has to listen to what Cannavaro was saying. So Van Dijk has always been the guy where, whether it's Matip or whether it's now Kokonate, he's the guy that's really dictating things. So keeping him was huge because Salah's impact on Liverpool has been identical to Van Dijk's impact. If I say that to start, because oh no, but Van Dijk is a defender. The person scoring all the goals on stats is more important. No. Based on what Van Dijk does as a defender, his impact on this team has pretty much been identical to what Salah is. But obviously, when we rate the great players, we will always look at the goals, the assists. But if you understand football, you have to take each and every position in and of itself with what that position requires. So, again, Liverpool are going to win this title. They're going to win this title. And I think that for Van Dijk, he knew that you could have gone to PSG. I was here in Inter Milan. But he's like, hang on. I could build something here. We could build something here. Because similar to what I said in my Salah video, should have gone further in that Champions League. Should have maybe been one of the favorites to win that Champions League. And say, hang on. Can win more of these Premier Leagues. Can win more of these leagues. So can actually make a much more profound impact on this in this Premier League. And this is a whole different conversation. And maybe the conversation we'll have afterwards is that When all is said and done, based on the best defenders in this league, where does Van Dijk reign? I don't know where he is. So you bring out Rio Ferdinand, you bring out John Terry, and I think those, okay, you can bring out Sol Campbell. Some will say Ledley King. Van Dijk 100% is that's missed. He's 100% there. Where does he rank? In terms of what he's done, but his talent as a defender, where does he rank? But yeah, man, very, very, very key thing of him getting that winning goal. And guys, let's just, bro, it's just about time until he lifts up that EPL trophy, man. Just a few more games. Like that vid, become a member, support me on Patreon, hit that subscribe button, check out those other vids.